So, the pumpkin video flopped, but I'm very glad it did. Hear me out? I only carved 1 out of 3 of the pumpkins. The other 2, I put outside on, November 2nd. And I, had to be sneaky about it because I was going to be so embarrassed if someone just saw me carrying a pumpkin. It's after Halloween. And I'm like, yeah. So, I'm really glad it didn't blow up. Because also, the second video I made was an hour long and very boring. Very boring. I like long-form content, but an hour of me talking? That sounds like hell. Just saying. So, I wrote down what I want to talk about, because this is my second take. My first take was also very boring, so I need to talk about humorous things going on in my life, or just, interesting. First of all, I'm filming this Wednesday, November 7th? 6th. So, yeah, the day after the election. And yes, I did stay up until 2:30 a.m. last night watching a political streamer I like. I was watching his stream, and he, predicted that she was gonna lose, way early on into the election. And I, didn't have a lot of hope. And I was, I had hope in, the first half, honestly. But once it got to, 10 o'clock, I think, I was okay. Or 11. I don't remember how late. I stayed up so late. Because I was just, I wanted to see Pennsylvania count all the votes in, because I wanted to know for sure when Trump got to 270. I've only unfollowed, 5 people. A lot of the people in my life were not Trump voters, I guess, or they're just not public about it. But there's some people that weren't public about it that me and my friends clocked, so. It's interesting, in my opinion, not to get too political, I identify as a leftist. I think that both Trump and Kamala are problematic. I think they both are in support of the genocide of Palestinians. Kamala was talking about the border, actually making because she at first I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong about this, but she was at first saying I want to open the border, but then now she's oh no, I'm gonna make the border better, more strong or whatever. So I'm I'm a little confused on that. I don't know. And there's other things, but I just don't remember off the top of my head. But here comes, this is the important part, y'all. Trump is way, way worse. So, and also my mom works for the Department of Education in DC, and he wants to take it away. My mom will be jobless, but that's not really a big deal. She could find a new job, but she's worked there for 20 something years. It was her first job. Not her first, her second or third. So, that would really suck. But that's not, the biggest deal. So many people's rights are trying to be taken away from Project 2025. The Department of Education is just, a small part of that. But also, abolishing that, gets rid of, 504s, IEPs, I think, FAFSA, perchance. So it's, that's really, 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 really bad. Anyways, done with politics. I'm done and over with it. But just know, if you voted for Trump in this election, I'm not the YouTuber you want to watch. I don't want those people in my videos. I understand that there's a lot of, Republicans who have been kind of brainwashed, and, they just believe what they grew up being told. But a lot of those people aren't willing to have an open conversation. And a lot of, people on the left, too, are very, argumentative with people like that, and I feel I would rather kind of, try to inform them a bit and, correct their ways. My younger cousin follows Trump, very Republican, but I know, from talking to her when she was younger, she's just saying the stuff that her parents were saying. So, and it wasn't accurate. So, they live in rural New York, she might watch this video. Ugh! Sorry if you watch this video. I forget that people, in my real life watch these sometimes. I thought it was more niche. I don't post about this account anywhere. I don't think. Oh, it's the same username as my TikTok. Oh, I set myself up, actually. I just made that connection. I already knew it was the same as my TikTok, but I just made that connection that people in my real life can find it if they know my TikTok user. If they're, want to stalk me. But my younger cousin stalks me like crazy. She goes to my friends' Viscos, if they're linked in their bios, and she'll scroll through and try to find any pictures of me, or pictures of us doing, illegal stuff, and she'll screenshot it, and then send it to me, or she'll, show me when I see her again, and I'm you're crazy. You are crazy. And, like, my friends' accounts that are public, she'll stalk through those too. And she'll remember them by name and face. She'll, like, mention them in conversation. And I'm like, bitch, you don't know these people. You're in high school. We're in college. How? You're not from here. She doesn't even go here. Like, oh my, it makes me tweak sometimes. But it's also kind of funny. Like, it doesn't bother my friends too much because they kind of understand. But I hope just, like, when she gets older and stuff, she kind of unlearns a lot of that problematic behavior, because there are problematic things that she says. And it's just a little bit frustrating and sad. Bye. I can't believe I said I was done with politics and then yapped for like 2 more minutes. Wow, we have a lot more things to talk about. So today, when I went to go visit my friend at Bath & Body Works, and there's this like light at the bottom of a hill where I need to turn left to get to where I'm going. So the light is yellow, but it's yield, but there's no cars coming the other way. And so I'm like, okay, I'll make it through this yellow. So I go a little bit faster, but like not speeding. And like I go and I kind of make because I was gonna make like a cool turn or whatever. Not like cool, but like, you know, like just like get it in on time. And then I hydroplaned. It was really, really scary. So first, like I couldn't like control the wheel. I think I might have had my foot on the brake a little bit because like I obviously was braking as I was turning. So, and that's what makes you hydroplane. So I was like, and I think I definitely let go of it at one point, which I think fixed it. But like I started like going to the right and I was gonna go on the curb. So I was like really trying to push it the other way, and then I got it the other way. So like swerved, and then I kind of almost hit a car, but I was like 2 feet away. No, like 3, honestly. Like I was a few feet away. So I was fine, and then it corrected itself. And I continued to drive to Bath & Body Works. Wow. I also got boba. I don't know if y'all saw that. It's pumpkin spice flavored, and low-key it's bland. I prefer the, shit. Ube. No. Taro. Okay, I was right. Taro milk tea. I always get taro and ube mixed up because they're both purple. Like, I can't help it. Yeah. Ooh, this Friday, my friend is DJing at a silly club. So he DJs every Thursday at like a smaller venue, but on Friday he's doing it like a really popular one that's like newer. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna kiss a girl or a person. You never know who's at the club. So like I'm excited because I've kissed one girl at the club before, and like it didn't go anywhere after that, and I think like I was like stupid and naive for like messaging her later. So like I need to learn how to be chill, because like my friends were like calling her an op of mine. They were like, oh, we don't like, sorry, it's your op. And I'm like, no, you're making this a bigger deal than it is. I don't want her to think that I think of her as an op, because I enjoyed our makeout session and like the dancing together. Like just because we're not doing anything afterwards doesn't mean we were on bad terms. Like we never like I messaged her, she's like, oh, I'm not really looking to date, and I was like, okay, that's so fine. Like I was embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. Like that doesn't mean she's an op, because I'm gonna get more embarrassed if you guys make it a big deal, because it's not a big deal. She's not an op. None of my friends at college watch these videos, so like nobody's gonna know that I feel this way. I told one of my friends, I was like tweaking a little bit. I was like, no, she's not an op, because they were talking about how they went to her house for a party, and they were like, oh, sorry, we went to your op's house. And I'm like, no, I don't give a fuck. Like, I won't go to her house ever, because that would be embarrassing for me, but you guys can go have fun. Like, there's barely any parties here. Like, if oh, I almost said her name. If the girl is throwing a party, go. Also, I'm really nervous it's gonna freeze again, because the last take I did froze, so I need to maybe be more chill. I don't know what makes it freeze, honestly. Okay, I think I'll talk about that one last. Let's talk about, so recently, I went to go see a play, because my friend's boyfriend was in it, who had, like, a pretty big role, and he was really good in it. So when we went, we were sitting in a little audience, and it was kind of it was a way smaller crowd, right? And then there's a character who's, like, a young adult girl, and she's, like, breaks into this, like, company thing. I'm not gonna give you the whole summary. And then there's this guy who like, works there and who's the head of it, and she's kind of, like, mean to him a bit. And he, like, and she talks about her mother, and he's like, oh, I know her, like, how did you get this pen? Like, only I made these pens. And she's like, I got it from my mother. So it's like, I thought it was, like, that the mother and him had, like, a relationship in the past, and, like, he was, like, missing her and regretting it. And then, okay, it was probably so obvious, but there's a plot twist that he's the dad of the girl. And I was so shocked. I was in the audience. I could not control myself. I went, My friends laughed at me for the rest of the night. Similarly, recently, in the class that I'm currently skipping, like literally last class, I think on Monday, we're doing this thing where our professor cuts out like a couple sentences and like for a paragraph or a little bit longer, and we have to like put them together and put them in the right order. And me and my partner, he's funny. He's like a straight white guy, but he's like entertaining. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. He's also sporty. You know what I'm talking about. And we do like pretty good in my opinion. Like I'm really, really, really confident. She's going and looking at all of them, and she says, "Ooh, one of these is like really, really close." And then I'm like, "Oh, which one? And she's like, "It's mine." And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And I like yelled, and it was so embarrassing because I couldn't stop it. I've been doing this thing nowadays where I like grind my nails into my hand to make myself stop talking because all I can focus on is like the little nail marks in my hand because I talk too much. Why do you think this video is already 11 minutes long? Oh, also, if you made it this far, leave a comment down below. Do you think I'm neurodivergent? Because I have an inkling that I may be a little bit neurodivergent, so I would appreciate your opinion. Okay, I think I have one more thing to talk about. Okay. Recently, I've gotten back into a show. The show happens to be My Hero Academia. You may be wondering to yourself, Anna, why the fuck are you watching My Hero Academia? I don't know. There's so many shows I need to watch, and I decided to pick up My Hero Academia after like a year of not watching it. But Hawks got introduced! Finally, I don't know why it took him like 4 or 5 seasons for Hawks to get introduced. I was like, bruh, he's so entertaining, like, that's still... And he's so popular, such a popular character, and he's not introduced until so late. And the plot right now is actually kind of good. Like, what's happening? There's like, oh yeah, they're like trying to get their provisional licenses. Not everyone, but like the people who failed. So like, why am I forgetting that? Bakugo? Fuck, what's Endeavor's son's name? How do I remember Endeavor and not his son? Okay, whatever. It's not important. And I also want to watch more because apparently there's like Doomed Yuri. I don't know if it's ever canon, but it's canon enough for me. Ochaka and the girl who collects blood. Guys, I'm watching it. That doesn't mean I'm a huge fan, okay? That doesn't mean I have to remember every character's name. Like, hop off my dick. Also, it's like no. Okay, I'm gonna give a hot take. There are, of course, weird and awkward gays. Right? Weird or awkward, sort of neurodivergent people, right? And I think that there's nothing wrong with that. I think that people are really, really mean to these people because they act out of stereotypical ways that people normally act in society. And so I feel like those people like get along with me pretty well because I try to be nice to everyone. I'm trying to work on that more, honestly. Like trying to like better the way, like change my mindset a bit and not think in such negative ways about other people. And it's been going okay-ish, but so sometimes the weird and awkward gays are neurodivergents, like neurodivergents. I can't believe okay, my bad. Sorry if I'm being problematic, but I feel like they can sometimes annoy me a bit, but I'm very, like, patient and understanding, because, like, I had, okay, way long ago, but in middle school, 5th grade, 6th grade, maybe 7th grade, I went back in the closet in 7th grade, so maybe it was only 5th and 6th, I had my weird gay phase, okay? And then over COVID, I had another one, because we all had a weird phase over COVID, so... But basically, I love all gays and neurodivergent people. Why did I bring this up in the first place? Can you hear someone walking? I don't remember. It is 2:38. My class that I'm skipping ends in like half an hour. And I'm not going. There's Freddie in the... Oh, looks like heaven. Wait, can I like... Does this look cool? I'm like, God. Okay. I went to Panera, but it's so expensive. So I got a bread bowl, and they didn't cut it out. I'm so happy. It's really, really good. Oh, one last thing. There's this guy on TikTok that has like 100,000 followers or 50K. And whenever I go to his lives, he always accepts me in. And this time, everyone was so fucking mean to me in the chat. And it made me... That's the reason I started making this YouTube video. Because you guys are the only ones that truly appreciate me. Oh, that's so sad to say. But... they were mean as hell. And he's always so mean to me. And Griffin on TikTok, I have beef with him. I have one-sided beef. Because he's so mean and so annoying. And his girlfriend deserves better. Sorry. Like, I just, like... he reminds me of my ex a little bit. Like, thinks he's above everyone else. Thinks he's smarter. And, like, isn't afraid to be an asshole to random people. Like, I just don't get how people on, like, TikTok and shit... feel like that's something I've been working on. I'm doing pretty well. Like, when I get into a disagreement with someone, I try to make sure that, like, they know I'm not sending it in hate. Like, I'm sending it with, like... But sometimes I guess they don't fuck with it because they want to have a heated argument. But, like, I don't understand people on TikTok are so comfortable, like, making fun of and, like, being rude and mean to people that, like, they don't know. Like, it's so hateful. But I use TikTok. I'm keeping TikTok because of my cosplay account and my private account that has, like... 60 followers, because I love those accounts, but I hate my main account. The main account I only use to join his lives, but everyone was hating on me, and it didn't get to me. It was funny, okay? My haters mean, if I have hate, like I could be an evil character in this lore, okay? I think next time I join the live, I'll be fake mean, because how dare they do that to me? Like, he's just like, maybe I shouldn't join the lives anymore. He's, like, actually mean. $1 Eric. I'm outing him. Maybe I have beef with him now. But I don't think he uses YouTube. He, like, streams on Twitch sometimes. But here's the thing. I likely have more YouTube views than his Twitch. So who's the real winner here? Yeah, maybe I don't have a lot of followers on TikTok. But why would I want to be TikTok famous? Give me one reason why I would want to be TikTok famous. I'd want to be TikTok famous in like 2019, because then I could be part of the Hype House. There's no fucking Hype House anymore. Why the fuck would I become famous on TikTok? There's no benefits. No Dixie D'Amelio. Okay. Wow, 18 minutes. I think that's good. I think that's long enough. That's long enough for long form content. Yes! I actually am like kind of freaking with this video heavy. I can't curse that much. I curse so much. Like, I curse in public. It's really bad. Like, I was talking about so much TMI stuff to my friend while we were sitting in Panera, and she kept on being like, shut up. There's, like, an old couple right next to us, and I was like, no, but, like, you don't understand. My discharge is so bad right now. I'm gonna go to the gynecologist over winter break, so don't worry, guys. I'll get my discharge figured out. Don't even fear. Is there anything, like, fun? Not really. I got an extra mail-in ballot, so I'm turning it into paper stars. Once I finish all of them, I'll show it to you guys. I have it in a little jar right now. So freaking cute! Okay, have a beautiful day, have a beautiful night, have a beautiful week, have a beautiful weekend. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow, share, comment again, share again. Make sure you show it to your brother, your dog, your aunt, your uncle, the janitor at your local school, local high school. Even if you don't go to high school, find the janitor, show it to them. Your bus driver, the taxi drivers, your Uber driver, all the drivers. Okay. Bye.